Most gardeners panic at the thought of going even 3 or 4 days without watering their crops, especially in hot, dry months. So going 30 straight days without touching the hose sounds reckless, like a guaranteed way to watch your plants shrivel and collapse. But there's a powerful, almost old-world technique that flips that fear on its head. When used correctly, this method lets the soil hold on to moisture for weeks at a time, protects roots from heat stress, and even boosts microbial activity while you sit back and do absolutely nothing. For the first minute, understand this clearly. I wasn't testing plant toughness. I wasn't trying to neglect my garden. I was testing whether the right mulch could actually replace the need for constant watering. What happened surprised me, and it's something every homesteader, gardener, and land steward should know. Once you place mulch over the soil, you've immediately changed how the land behaves. Instead of losing water through constant evaporation, the soil gets shaded from direct sunlight and protected from wind. The mulch creates a barrier that slows evaporation dramatically, allowing moisture to collect, settle, and remain where the plants can actually reach it. In practical terms, the water you apply today becomes a reservoir rather than a brief wetting. This is the reason old-timers covered everything from potatoes to berry patches with thick layers of natural mulch. They didn't have irrigation systems, and they understood how to stretch every drop. When applying this yourself, water your soil thoroughly first, preferably in the early morning or late evening when temperatures are cooler. After the soil has absorbed the moisture, add a generous 3 to 6 inch layer of mulch. I've found that straw and shredded leaves hold moisture exceptionally well, though wood chips work beautifully for perennial beds. One of the reasons soil dries out quickly is heat. Bare soil exposed to the sun becomes something like a frying pan. Once the surface becomes hard and crusted, water will run off instead of sinking in. Mulch prevents this by creating a cool, insulated environment beneath it. Even on scorching days, the soil stays damp to the touch, and this alone reduces the demand for watering. To apply this effectively, check soil temperature before and after mulching. Before covering my beds, the soil could reach scorching heat during midday. After mulching, that temperature dropped dramatically and stabilized. This stability is the secret behind lasting moisture. Plant roots remain calm, protected, and never dry out. This is how a garden can go 30 days without a drop of water and still look like it rained every week. A healthy soil ecosystem works like a sponge. The presence of earthworms, fungi, and bacteria increases the soil's organic matter, which in turn increases its water-holding capacity. Mulch feeds these organisms. As it breaks down, it releases organic matter into the soil, restoring structure and improving porosity. The soil begins to hold more water naturally, not because you added more water, but because you made the soil alive again. You can test this yourself by gently digging beneath your mulch layer after a week or two. You'll likely find tunnels from earthworms, moist, decomposing material, and the rich smell of biologically active soil. That smell alone tells you the soil is breathing again and storing water deeper than before. This is one of the reasons my 30-day experiment succeeded. The mulch wasn't just trapping water, it was training the soil to handle it better. Weeds are silent water thieves. Let them grow freely and they will strip moisture from the soil faster than your crops can use it. Mulch suppresses weeds by blocking sunlight, preventing them from ever sprouting. This means every drop of water in the soil goes directly to the plants you actually want to keep alive. During the 30-day period, my garden stayed nearly weed-free without a single weeding session. This meant water stayed in the ground, not in the roots of invaders. To apply this method at home, make sure your mulch layer is thick and even. Thin patches invite weeds, so check your beds weekly and add mulch wherever you can see bare earth. The real beauty of mulch is that it doesn't just trap water, it recycles it. Moisture evaporating from the soil condenses beneath the mulch and eventually returns back to the soil's surface. This creates a kind of miniature water cycle inside the bed. Plants benefit from steady humidity, consistent root moisture, and a soil environment that never swings wildly between wet and dry. A simple way to observe this is to lift a section of mulch early in the day. You'll often see beads of moisture on the underside of the mulch layer. This alone proves that water is staying exactly where it belongs, right above the soil and right within reach of your crops. There's a reason traditional farmers, indigenous growers and early homesteaders relied on mulch so heavily. It turns a small amount of water into a long-lasting reservoir. It shields the soil, feeds the soil life, and keeps the entire system balanced, even during drought. My 30-day test only reinforced what generations before us already knew. When mulch is used properly, it's not just a covering, it's a quiet partner doing the work when you're not there. If you found this guide helpful and want more proven methods rooted in practical land stewardship, make sure to subscribe to Husbandry, share this with other growers, and help more people rediscover the techniques that make soil stronger, healthier, and more resilient.